Hello everyone and welcome to Dune Spice Wars. I'm Moro and I've never read Dune. Seen the movie, but that doesn't mean I can't play the game. The best way that I would describe this is like a 4X RTS hybrid. It's like a fast-paced 4X, but that still means it's a pretty slow game overall. There's no time control, so you're kind of just playing the pace that the game goes at, which is okay. It's actually pretty enjoyable. If you like your games filled with constant action, this probably isn't it. This is very much like a strategizing, thinking game. But we're gonna get started with the game. I played the Fremen a few times, and that was my only victory so far. And each faction plays a little bit differently. I'll give you a quick overview of their bonuses and what the factions are all about. And unlike a lot of games like this, each faction does feel very different to play. So with my limited movie knowledge of Dune, we're gonna go ahead and play as the bad guys, because I haven't tried them yet. With each faction, you can pick 2 different counselors, which will kind of change the way that you play the game. None of this is probably gonna mean anything to you unless you are into Dune or have played this, I guess. I don't know. But even having played it, it can be a little confusing. All right, we're gonna pick this guy as the first counselor because it gives 1 militia slot, which is pretty powerful actually. I don't really understand the other 2, so we're gonna pick this guy, and we're just gonna go with the standard game. All right, so this is our main city. We can't really do anything with the main city until we acquire 2,000 hegemony. That is a victory condition. If you get 25,000, then that's one way of winning the game. You can also have a political victory and I assume a military victory. But I haven't really gotten there. The only way I've managed to win so far is through the hegemony. It's a hard word to pronounce properly. So this is the full map. It's quite large. This whole dusty area is the gameplay map. And if you know anything about Dune or have just seen the movie, you know it's all about spice. So it starts out with us access to 1 spice field over here. So we have to use these cool little ornithopters that are, the fluttery fly things. And we're going to go exploring outward. And we have to find the spice. Now the game doesn't seem to have any sort of speed control as far as I've found. You can pause it and that's about it. So these guys will actually explore for you. And they'll find villages and stuff that we have to take over, but we're gonna go ahead and push towards the spice field. And they're gonna scan stuff for us and find where the village is, and then we can attack the village. Okay, this is the village here. So we're gonna create some units. I guess we're just gonna go with the standard troopers. Basic overview of the game. So you have money, Solari, that comes in, and they mostly come in from sales of spice. We don't really have any spice yet. So you have to, there's an imperial tax, and with other factions, it's like the something guild that you have to give spice to, and it constantly goes up. And so you basically have to get enough, you can do this slider to change between how much spice you're selling and how much spice you're stockpiling. And the tax gets divvied away automatically. These guys are loud. All right, so we're gonna take these fellas and we're gonna go take over the village. I was trying to figure out how to structure this game for you guys. So I feel like we're gonna do like a good 20 minutes or so of the initial gameplay, and then I'm gonna cut to like much later in the game to give you an understanding of how things work. Because otherwise you would just see like, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes of just setting up and not see any of like the end game stuff. And the early game stuff is pretty, pretty straightforward. You're just kind of doing little expansion stuff. Late game is where like you really start fighting against other factions trying to keep them from winning. There's also like research and espionage that you can do, and it's all pretty cool. Manpower is another stat that's really important, and we'll have to sandworm detected. See, this is you really gotta run away a bit. If you're on top of this ground, the sandworms usually don't mess with you. That's why I like playing the Freeman. The Freeman generally don't anger sandworms and get you killed. We're gonna die here. These guys are kind of weak. No, we'll be all right. Each unit, so we're capturing the village. It costs authority to capture a village plus water, but we'll be able to produce more of that later. Underneath each unit's bar, you see that little, the orange bar? Those are their supplies. So once you go outside your own territory, the supplies start going down, and once they empty out, they're dead. The units just disappear. So you gotta keep watch on that. So when you go to attack other factions, it's kind of a cool mechanic because that's just something to be concerned about. All right, the ornithopter, we're gonna set it to auto recon, and it's just gonna go around scanning zones around us. All right, now we have research, and I think we're just gonna go work on this tree mostly, because that'll help us with like harvesters and stuff like that. Because this is mostly like building out your towns. This is important. This is more about like local research stuff, also useful, and then military and intelligence. Now that we capture the town, we can set up militia, and we can do extra now. Militia is useful because it doesn't cost any sort of it's not a constant drain of manpower. Like right now, our armies are a constant drain. I'm gonna do a little ranged unit to do 3, because that was actually a little tough to take over. So the militia, they cost money and they cost manpower, but there's no upkeep of it. And for the 2 main factions, there's also fuel cells, which I didn't really have to worry about with the Freeman. So we'll see how that goes. First things first is wind traps, because we need water no matter what. Each village has a wind strength power on the bottom left, you can see over here. And so depending on how much it has, it'll produce more water or less water. But water's important because it's a desert planet. And after that, we're going to build a harvester to harvest the spice. And basically when you start this game, you're playing it like any other 4X game where you really want to just expand as fast as possible. The limitations in this game is authority. Authority lets you capture towns, and the more towns you capture, the more expensive it gets to capture towns. So you want to be a little strategic. But really, you want to capture the entire grid around your main city, at the very least, like as soon as possible. So we're just gonna go straight to this town over here. Water production in this game is a little funny because there's no buildup. Like manpower and other stuff is a resource that you build up. Water is just like a flat amount. So until these things are built, until this thing's built, we won't have more water than this. And if we grab another village, then we're just gonna have a 1 water. It's just a constant, like, steady supply of resource. Got a notification that sandworms detected. So okay, we're fine. So long as you're on this like hard ground by the cities, it seems like you're okay. 44, yeah, see, we're not gonna have enough for the next thing. But I think our development's done. And we might take, yes, okay, so this is gonna reduce how much it costs to annex a village. That's gonna be pretty useful. We want to do that. Oh, there's another spice field right there. Oh, that's nice. All right, this is built finally. So now we can build a refinery, which means we can start harvesting spice. Gotta get that money. And we got a new village. We finally captured it, and I'm gonna build another wind trap. And more militia. Can we? Yeah, we can afford it. The Fremen were cool because they had a sandworm ability thing where you use like a thumper and you could move your units like from here to like anywhere across the map. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we have that ability. I think the smuggler faction was able to like transport their troops. We might be able to do the same later. I'm not sure. That might be something we unlock. I'm not sure. The Lancerad standing. Minus, I don't know. It seems like we're doing bad in it. There is like a whole... The council... Okay, we don't have access to council yet. Oh, we got an agent. So you can assign agents to different things, which will unlock different missions. Each mission requires a different, like, standing in different things. You can actually, in here, if you get far enough, you can actually start trying to assassinate the other leaders. I was never able to because they counter you pretty well, but I think that's probably another way of winning the game, I assume, if you just kill them all. But we'll see. We'll see. Really, I mean, really, at first, we're just gonna worry about what do we want, manpower, or I guess we want more authority for now. So we're gonna go to Arrakis infiltration, and we're gonna send these guys to start on this city because we want that spice. All right, we got our harvester built, so now we can add a crew for 50 manpower. And then it's gonna go harvesting, right? Why is there a timer? Go. Go get me to space. What you doing? Oh, deploy. I gotta hit deploy. Oh, fancy. Look at that. That's cool. And I'm gonna do auto recall. Just because it'll produce less spice. But only 5% less, and then I don't have to worry about losing the harvester, because that would be a pain in the ass. Sandworm detected. Okay, we want to get over here. Because otherwise, literally all our units are just going to get eaten up. It's not a great thing to do. Got to do a little micromanagement. Oh, this is awful. These units are not good. They deal 30% of their damage to allies near their target? Yikes. Okay. Alright, this village is ours. We can pillage it, or we want to capture it. But we want to capture... Okay, we got just enough authority just now. Alright. I thought we would have to hang out for a while, but we good. It's really cool with these factions. You can see the spice just being transported from city to city. You see that? little thingies that go across. It's cool. Our harvester's doing work. These guys will attract sandworms sometimes. That's why you want to do the auto recall. With the Fremen, you don't have to worry about that. But the Fremen also can't participate in most of the political stuff. So it's kind of a raiding party. What? It says there's a raiding party, but I don't see one. Whatever. Alright. Let's do some more militia, fill it up. Oh, we're out of... No, we're not. Why can't I do more? Oh, money. We're out of money. Shit. Oh, there's the raiding party. See, this is why you want militia. This is just neutral raiding parties. It's not like a faction attacking us. Okay. What was that? We missed? Oh, I guess we didn't pay enough? Something bad happened. You missed our imperial tax. Uh-oh. Whoops. Alright, here's the council. I guess we probably lost some standing for that. I assume that's how that works. Alright, in the council, there's gonna be, like, votes on stuff, and we get automatic votes. Oh, we lost votes. Yeah, we should have 100 right now. Low standing. How do I get more standing? I haven't played the main factions yet, in case you haven't noticed. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that works. Alright, well, either way, we want to try and keep expanding. We think... I guess I'll go for this village here. That looks like a pretty good region. Alright. Oh, we're gonna need Plascrete. I haven't found... There's some right here that will increase production of it, but I don't think we're going to capture that yet. I guess we could go for this city. That might be a good one to capture.
Listening.
Where I don't think we're going to have enough authority, but we're going to... Let's just push out there. Let's just go for it. Alright. Either way, let's get the most part. What do we need? We need a refiner. Yeah, we really need Plascrete. Plascrete. God, that's a weird word to say. Oh, these guys are not gonna make it. We gotta run back. Never mind. Oh my god, they're gonna die. Do we use our votes for things? Maybe let's try and use our votes for here. We got 80 votes automatically. And then we have extra influence that we could possibly use, but I don't know if we want to. Yeah, I think we want to. Minus 50% building costs. 110 for us. We'll see if we get it. These units, yeah, they made it. Okay, that was close. Okay, we can't push that far out. We gotta take this village first. As soon as they're like healed up and ready and resupplied, we'll do that. New development. We're just gonna do more crew. More crew for our harvesters. Yeah, I don't think we can wait to get that capture. We're gonna do a factory over here. You can do it anywhere in any city, but obviously if we can get the 50% bonus, that's good. But we're probably gonna need more than one anyway.
We live to serve.
Are these guys? They're almost healed up. As soon as they're healed up, we're gonna push them into the city. All right, we have enough stockpile right now, so I'm gonna lower this so we get more money. Cause we are broke as a joke. I don't know how I feel about this faction. It seems like we're just broke and in trouble the whole time. And we're gonna need fuel cells. I guess we're gonna need... Ugh, man. I don't know, man. All right, these guys are all healed up. We're gonna take this city. Oh, it's gonna be easy. Our main city's is knocking, shooting rockets at them. Easy capture. All right, and we're gonna capture that. Once we capture this, we'll have access to over here. Because the problem before was that they had to run so like far to get up here because they're on the hill that you know, death. There are also these random like things in the desert that you can find, kind of like that, and you can choose what to do with it. So like if we send an ornithopter over here, then we could get plascrete, or we could study it with one of our agents and get siege detection. If I'm saying that right, I don't know. But those we do need to find the sieges. All right, let's get a few militia in this place, and then now we can go over here. And always more wind traps. Water also gets us more hegemony. Wow, we're behind. I'm doing terrible.
Yes, blood will flow.
All right, we're going straight into that city. Do some expansion. Really need more plascrete. Maybe where's our ornithopter? I'm gonna send it to here. Screw the sieges. We need some plascrete. Let's go. And I would I really want to build that refinery. 425. Yeah, it's gonna take a minute. I wonder if we can capture this in time. The battles are a little cartoony, but it's cool. The animations are pretty dope for the units. All right, that's ours. As soon as we have 77 authority, we'll be able to capture that. All right, we got new research. So let's do... Okay, this will give us space, or spice silos. And the spice silos will boost spice production in the unit, in the area that it's in, and neighboring units. So if we stick one right here, it'll actually apply to both of these ones on the side, and that's a 2-for-1 right there is what that is. All right, this is done. This is resolved. They gave us 172 plascrete. Nice. Ooh, the harvester's escaping, running away. Yeah, okay, there's a sandworm over here. Okay, we gotta pay attention to that. Send it back once it's done. We can actually add another crew. There you go. Now we got 2 crew. So it'll produce more spice faster. Is it done? Can we just send them back then? I guess we can just deploy them again. Alright, we got an agent. Influence. Global production increased. Who does influence? Alright, so we'll stick this guy in there. And what's her ability? She produces more intel? We'll put her in there. We want different missions. I guess we're just producing very little intel right now. Yeah. Once we get more agents up here little by little, and you can have 10 total, then we'll be able to run all sorts of different intel missions that are very useful. Ooh, this is a good one right here. We could build a processing plant, and that'll just give us straight up money. Money. Big money. Do we have enough plascrete yet? Still 425. God, it's expensive. All right, harvesters. I'm watching you. And okay, we got this captured. Trade
How can I
request.
help?
No, I'm not giving up my Plascrete. Get out of here. I need it. I need it. All right, finally, we got a harvester going. Man, that took forever. Okay. You can also get different charters up here and stuff. And this is the way that you win. This is another victory right here. Is the Dune governorship. And, oh, this is different. Interesting. With the Fremen, you just had to control a certain amount of towns or regions. And you had to be allied to a certain amount of sieges. Raid detected. All right, there's a raid coming. It's only 2 units. We should be fine. But I'll do some more militia since I can afford them now. All right, we captured this area, so now we'll build a Plascrete factory. And then this area will give us 50% bonus compared to before, which is nice. Might as well send our military units to go help out. And we should probably build a fuel cell factory somewhere. Some more militia in there. Village under... Okay, that's that village. Inactive harvester. All right. So this needs crew. We have enough manpower. Let's do that. And then deploy it. Sandworm? Uh-oh. Oh, no! Oh, dude.
The old instruments of doom.
Shit, we just lost everything.
There's
We lost all the militia, and we lost our two trooper units. And they are not cheap to make more of. Oh, we can't afford another one. We don't have enough manpower. Oh, that sucked. Oh, that warm attack really sucked. Oh, we're struggling. We're struggling. This faction's hard. I don't know why it's feeling so hard. But it is.
On watch.
Gonna send my ornithopter over here. Get us some cash. Look at that big old storm. Don't want to be near that. Oh, that's another faction. There's another faction coming in over here. Ooh, okay. We got to capture this town next then. Although there's 4 militia here, so we're not going to be able to until we have more units. Can we afford... Okay, we can afford another unit. Maybe we'll go for 2 more. It's kind of pushing it. I think our manpower is going to end up going negative, maybe? Maybe not. I might try and research some military stuff now. That would be good. Negative 20% of manpower upkeep. Okay, so let's go towards there. All right, this is done. So you got some cash. It's not a lot, but it's something.
Yes, sir. As fast as
And
we
as soon as
can.
these 2 other units are done, we're gonna push forward and grab this before these people can. All right, I'm gonna build a recruitment office over here. That'll get us more manpower. It's a lot of money upkeep though. It's pretty expensive right now. Later on, it won't be that big a deal, but either way, we need manpower for like everything. So that's tough. That's tough beans right there. Do we still have enough to build a silo? Yeah, we do. Okay, good. All right, so if we build silos here, that'll give us 20% more spice in both areas. Which is a lot.
We live to serve.
All right, here we go. Let's take this city. Oh, they're coming to take it. Look, they're coming to attack the city. I don't even think they're going to be able to with only 1 unit. That's nuts. There's 4 militia here. Oh, no, they're waiting. I don't know what they're doing. Better not be trying to attack me. I just want to take this to get the processing plant up. Get us some cash money. You get these missions here and there, but we're not going to be able to do this one, I don't think. Because I don't really want to give them... I mean, that's a good trade. And we are grossly behind. There's no way we win through a hegemony victory. I mean, maybe. But probably not. Probably not. Alright. Calm down, eager beavers. They're like running ahead before the rest of the team's here. Are they gonna try and jump in once we attack? I mean, I guess we'll see. I gotta pay attention when we're attacking. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the warning to... Oh, they were invisible. Oh, they're just jumping in. I don't like this. All right, you know what? You know what, faction people? Where are you going? Oh, man, where'd they come from? Oh, that was a huge group. All right, good. That's fine. We're going to take him out. Oh, worm's coming. Worm's coming. Run. Run. Shit. All right, well, the militia killed their unit, so that's good. That trooper's getting chonked a bit. No, back up, back up, back up. Back up, back up, back up. I'm gonna get another trooper going. I don't want to be worm food. We're gonna let them heal up, and then we're gonna try and take it again. So that's the Fremen. I forgot their ranged units are invisible until you get close to them. So they had quite a big chunk of people over here. Oh hey, we got the propaganda. Plus 30% authority. Nice. Alright, we're gonna research that. Alright, so we get that's just gotta heal up right now. Maybe we'll do 2 troopers. What is a vanguard? When any nearby unit dies in combat, gain ×5 max. Oh, that's not bad. Their health is lower than the trooper, but their attack is 2. No, we're gonna go for trooper. Screw it. And our stocks. Oh, look at our stockpile of spice. It's doing great. So we're gonna lower this and start selling most of it, because we only need 295 for the next tax. All right, military units are all here, so we're gonna take this village now. Hopefully they don't try and jump in. I don't know how many units they got there, but I don't want to deal with that. All right, we got another agent. Just stick them wherever. It doesn't really matter. Oh, now we're starting to have enough for missions. So maybe we'll do... Probably supply drop would be the most useful right now to have. Probably. Okay. In an emergency, that would be nice to have. Once you research them, you kind of just keep them up here. They're like bonuses that you can use whenever you choose to. Did we lose a unit? Man, these guys are strong. Huh. How about that? All right, this is gonna be ours now, and we're gonna build some missile defense systems over here, because these guys are way too close, and I don't like it. All right, so we've expanded quite a bit. We're trying to go forward. I think we're starting to grab hold of the game a little bit, of this game. We're doing terrible in the hegemony for whatever reason. I'm not having as much luck with this faction, but we're gonna skip ahead and come back to later in the game just to show that off to you before we finish off the video. As you can see, the game is not... The reason I said it's kind of a 4X is because, like, it's still slow paced, but it's never like you're just sitting there waiting for decisions to happen. Like, it's ongoing. Things are constantly happening. It's all... I don't know. It's fun. It's fun without being... Okay, someone's attacking us. Where are they going? They're coming here. Well, we should be fine. We got enough militia there. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Raid detected. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna skip forward, and I'll see you there. All right, and welcome back. So, we're about 3 hours into this game now, and I figured it's a good time to jump in and show you how the end game works, more or less. So, we're still red. We start off over here. We left off in a very bad state. Well, I was pretty convinced we were going to lose. Or not lose, but just not have a chance of victory. But things have changed. So we've expanded downward. We just very recently captured this new spice field. So now we have a 3rd spice field. As you can see, we're making immense amount of money. Like just crazy amounts. Part of that is because we started doing an energy market thing where we're selling off our excess fuel cells, which is working real well. Had to research that. Somebody wants to trade? Sure. We could use some plastine. Or plascrete. We're kind of low on it. So yeah, so we captured that. We went all the way down here. We're kind of just bordering blue. Blue is starting where we've caught up, and hegemony is pretty high. We need 10,000 more to win. We have enough income to start buying shares, actually. So in Intel, if we go down here to Chom shares, Sham, I don't know how to say that. So we can start buying shares, and each share, it costs 10,000 Solari, and when we do that, that just flat out increases our hegemony. The other way to win is going to be through diplomacy, to become the Dune governmentship, which we're actually pretty close. We just need more Landsgrad standing, which goes up as we pay off the Imperial tax. I figured that part out. We are Judge of the Council and Speaker of the Council, and pretty soon we should be part of the Water Cells Union. I'm pretty sure that's going to be ours. Mostly because once we got the Judge of the Council seat, charter, whatever the hell it is, we got access to these new units. The Landsgrad Guard. And if you'll notice, the upkeep is simply influence. So cost influence to make them, and only influence to upkeep them. So as you can see, that they're the foundation of our army right now. We expanded our main city down here, if you can see. We have a bunch of buildings. We have the recruitment center going in. So pretty soon we're going to have this level 3 bonus of 2 armor for all military units, which is great, because, yeah, why not? We expanded a few bunch of other buildings in our main base. So we actually have a really high amount of command points, which is how we define how many units you can have. Looks like we have an upgrade. As you can see, we went down through basically the entire monetary tree. I was going to do this, but it's actually kind of pointless because we don't have an upkeep of Solaris for our military. It's basically all influence. Oh, that's going to be sick. 1% of our total powers produces influence? Yes. The upside to doing this influence thing is basically I built influence buildings in almost every single town, as you can see. Influence. Like every town is producing influence right now. Mainly because we're using that as our military might. But also, we can basically just, anytime there's a vote, it's ours. Because we already have 110 votes, and on top of that, we can just pump influence into it constantly. We're producing so much of it, we can just capture anything we want. Sandworm detected. Okay. Is that guy escaping? Yeah. Alright. I might need an airfield over here. I figured out the system for traveling, for units. So basically select them, and you can hit this little button, shuttle, and you can shuttle anywhere that you have an airport. So here, this town's, oh man, it's a pain. They keeps getting attacked by Yellow. Yellow's rude. The Fremen. We've started being their friends a little bit. Oh, we're about to be attacked over here. You see? So we're actually not. I was gonna go on the assault, but instead we're gonna send them over here. There's an airfield here, and they're just gonna fly over. That's bad. We don't want that captured. So here they come. And they're going to fly right over, and we'll be able to defend this town. We have heavy militia now, so they'll be able to hold them off. That is a big force. They just hit us really hard. I mean, we were about to hit them, so to be fair, I was ready for this all. Here come my peoples. I guess maybe we don't need an airport there. I'm going to cancel that, because this one's close enough. No. Okay. There we go. And we're going to keep training more Landsgrad guards, because they're awesome. They're cheap, and they're super strong. 18 attack and 6 defense. Like, hello. We basically, because of them, we become a military might. And just semi-recently, and that is why I brought you guys in here. Because then we can wage some war, but apparently Blue's trying to go on the offensive. It's not going to work. Not gonna work. All right, here's the vote. We're gonna basically there's just no so everyone gets to vote, and these are 110 votes that we get from our standing, and then we have our influence points, which there you go. That'll do it. Good luck someone else matching that. And once that charter's ours, we get even more money because it increases by 100% of the available water. We have 84 right now, so we're gonna get like 160 something, 168 more Solari production. Yeah, that's how we do. And we there's 3 days to go actually, so we're gonna have these votes like topped off pretty strongly. All right, so we managed to do that. Are they seriously gonna attack again? They're nuts if they are.
We'll secure victory.
All right, I'm not gonna wait for them to attack us. I'm just gonna. Oh, they're trying to capture this town.
We'll attack.
We don't. I would have already captured it, but we don't have enough authority. So we're gonna skip doing that
At your service.
because it would take a lot of authority to capture it. I think. No, we actually could. 338. We could do it.
On duty.
All right. Well, they're all dead. We're gonna. Oh, what is that? God,
Understood.
it's endless, man. It's endless. I swear this is the most action that I've. Okay, there we go. We're capturing this now. We're gonna leave one unit.
Your service.
These guys are gonna come back, defend this village, and then we're gonna go on the attack. See, I bring you guys in, and stuff just is going nuts. All right, look at that. We got the water sellers union. We're just taking it all. We're taking it all.
Listening.
All right, this is our town now. We're just gonna produce some water there, which will make us some money. Drop in some militia. All right, and now
You're on it.
we got to get to the airport.
Ready. Understood.
All right, we're gonna be flying north to here because I want to take care of this area. This is a special tile, and if we catch it, then we can build a special building and produce like a ton of water, which just in turn makes us money. It's just all about money. And I'm just gonna keep producing these guards as long as we have. I guess that's it. That's the last of the command points. Oh, and our last military building is built, so now we get +2 armor for all military units. I mean, there's just no way. There's no way anyone can stand up to us now. We might even be able to do military victory at this point. All right, so here we go. We're gonna go for it.
Secure victory.
It's just I will be shocked if they're able to stand up to this. I've never seen or had this much military might. We are 100% gonna do gear sabotage on them so that they lose strength, and we're gonna do a supply drop intel mission so that our guys keep regenerating while in their zone. And I mean, this isn't even gonna last a second. They're gonna bring reinforcements for sure, but I'm not at all worried about it. And while we're at it, since this town is giving us trouble, we're gonna use crowd manipulation, which is gonna make this town rebel. So now it stops firing at us. Easy. Since we don't have enough authority right now, I'm gonna just go ahead and do liberate for the time being. Mostly because I don't want my units hanging out there for no reason. And here they come. They're coming to stop the rebellion over here. But unluckily for them, we're gonna assist the rebels.
Fixing on target. We'll secure victory.
I'm fairly impressed with this game, mostly because I was pretty convinced that there was no coming back. Like, we were doing terrible at the start. Yeah, there you go. There you go, rebels. You can have the last unit. Last one's on you.
Received.
The other way to victory, like I said, is through the council to get to do this, right? Which to become the governor. So we only need 30 more Landsgrad standing, which we can actually get through intel operations also, right? Pretty sure. Yes, a political audit gets us 30 more, which is exactly how much we need. All we need is 300 influence to do it, which we should have pretty quickly.
At your service. Engaging enemy's force. We're on it. Agreed.
We're just gonna keep hanging out here and keeping assisting these rebels.
We're on it. On the offensive.
All right, we have enough intel. We're launching the political audit, which will get us 30 more standing, and that will actually set us up for to win as a governor. We also could have done the hegemony victory. We are in the lead, shockingly, mostly because we managed to get filthy rich. Filthy rich will win the game every time, apparently. All right, now that we have enough authority, I'm actually going to capture this this town because it says we have enough. 299 to capture it, so it's gonna be ours in a minute. All right, so we're capturing that. We got the political audit, so we're gonna activate that. Now we have full standing, 400. I guess 500 is the full. Very high. Ooh, okay. I guess that gives us a lot of stuff. And we got our new village, which means the water extractor. There we go. That's the thing that we can build. Plus 50 water. 50. 50. That's crazy. That's crazy. Definitely got to get some militia up in here, though. Might even put an airfield over here. This seems like a good location for an airfield. And there we go. We're eligible. We're eligible for the Dune governorship. It's got to come up, though. But right now, for some reason, it's Judge of the Council's coming up. So we got to steal that back. Make sure no one else takes it. That would not be good. So, yeah, I already showed you. I mean, odds are that we're in the next election, we'll be able to elect ourselves as the governor, or we could get to 25,000 hegemony at this point. I mean, we got it all. We got all the victories set up, as far as I know. We even have, because of our military might with these crazy guards, we could just destroy everyone too. I guess we could probably go for their main base. I don't even know, where's the closest one? That one's... No, we'd probably get destroyed there. We could probably attack them over here. Yeah, let's do that. Just for the sake of the video. What the hell? We need to... Where's the closest place? Right here. Yeah, we're gonna launch ourselves here, and I'm just gonna go straight for their home base. See what happens. Since we're gonna attack their base, I'm gonna get a supply drop and the gear sabotage operation, just for security.
Listening. On the move.
Once those are complete, we'll make our move towards their home base. Just want to see what happens, honestly.
Listening.
I'm gonna do this defense sabotage as well. That seems pretty good. Hostile units. Ooh, they're attacking us. You know what? I'm okay with that. They want to take that town, they can go for it, because we're about to attack their main base. So,
On duty.
who's the winner there, huh? And there we go.
Enemy's force.
Yeah, we're gonna get hit by a bunch of things along the way, unfortunately. But I think it'll be alright. Maybe. I mean, honestly, it almost doesn't matter. We have so much influence that we could just repurchase all these troops almost instantly. And there we go. We're gonna use all our things on them. Come on, fellas. I think there's too many units. I don't think you're supposed to have this many. They're getting stuck. I possibly should have waited for this sabotage to be ready. I think if we move them on this side, it'll be better.
At your service.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. They can't reach over there. Their base is at. There's a lot of defense, I guess, huh? I'm gonna keep making supply drops to keep dropping it on them. Make sure that they don't end up dying in the middle of all this. Not even sure if they captured this. Yeah, they did. They captured it. Oh, they didn't. Oh, they failed. Oh, they suck. They suck. Let's restock. Okay, we should put a battery over here so that they... Yeah, okay. Because that can reach over there and this can reach over here. It's useful. Going back and forth.
Listening.
Oh, and we can use our operation now. Defense sabotage. There we go. And drop a supply right there. So they all start regenerating. That guy's about to die. We can just replace them as they die, though. Are we at? Oh, we're out of intel. Can't do anymore. maybe a little too ambitious to try and take down their main base, huh? I guess actually I'm gonna cancel these because we need we need all the influence we can get. Cause the Dune governorship is about to be up for voting, huh? Victory! Oh, there's a billion underway. That's not good. Guess we can just train normal troops. That wouldn't be the end of the world. We can afford it. Mostly because I'd like to stop this rebellion. How's this going? It's okay. They're chunking away little by little. How much do we need? We need 100 for supply drop. Probably just trade for it. There we go. Oh, let's just. Can we have all your intel? How much is that going to cost us? Ah, that's not that bad. There you go. There you go. Thanks. See, it's good to be rich. So you get a supply drop. And do we do another defense sabotage? It's going to take a while, but might as well. Alright, these are the 2 units. How close can we drop them? Pretty close. I don't know if they'll make it in time. Or if they'll be strong enough to take out 4 units, but we'll see. We can keep training more, so it's fine. Because we're losing. The other ones are dying, so we got more troops we can train. Do we have supply drop yet? Not yet. Getting close. They're like a quarter of the way down. It's not bad.
At your service.
We're about... There's supply drop. Now, yeah, see, now they're regenerating. And we'll sabotage our defense, too. There we go. I don't think this is going to succeed, but it's getting pretty close. Getting decent.
Master?
Can we vote? Can we vote yet? Not yet. 4 more days. 4 days until we gotta wait 30 days to win. These troops are up, so we can teleport them over here. And that should be fine. Oh, and they're attacking. Man, these guys, this blue's upset. Blue's angry, I guess. Let's get some more intel. We need more intel. There you go. We're just gonna give you whatever you want. We don't care. And we'll trade that. Do some more. So we're just gonna keep doing supply drops. I'm not sure it's gonna be enough to defend, but it'll delay them. How are we doing over here? We're losing them little by little. Little by little, they're disappearing. But the siege is like halfway down already. So how about that? If I wasn't trying to hoard my influence right now to make sure that we get this vote,
What do you need?
then it might have we might have been able to actually take this. Supply drops ready, so let's do that. Heal them back up, and order another supply drop, like that. Oh man, they're pushing hard for that, huh?
What do you need? Master?
We got 4 units. Is that enough? That might be enough, actually. Let's just drop them over there again.
Yes.
We have 1 more here.
We'll
They can actually engage. While the rest are flying over. Yeah, we're gonna be able to take this. No problem. And then we'll just push these troops back into the attack of their base. Which, is slow. We're slowly losing our people here. We are. We are little by little. Here comes the vote. Gonna put all our might and power into it. And we're gonna be the governors. Is this... Are we all set? Yeah, we're all set over here, okay? Let's load this up with militia. And we're gonna send these guys over to assist over here. Supply drop's ready. Dropping that there. Ordering another supply drop. Alright, the militia's ready over here, so we're gonna transport these units over, even though they're a little hurt. Doesn't really matter at this point. Over here, these guys come support. Or actually... Yeah, no, this looks like it's done. That's over. That's over. We'd have to...
Run there.
Yeah, we'd have to regroup pretty heavily. I wonder how slowly this repairs. Because we got him down halfway. After this vote, we could easily do that again. Hey, look at that. Time to victory. Well, 30 minutes. 30 minutes to victory. So unless we win some other way, we're gonna skip ahead to the win. Easy. Hey! Hey, we didn't have to wait at all. We won through the hegemony. Sweet. How about that? We won before we could win. Excellent. So what do I think about this game? It's a lot of fun. It really scratches that, like... I mean, again, like, it's both the, like, RTS and 4X. Like, it kind of mixes both of them together, so it's really fun if you like either one. I don't know. I mean, I imagine because you can customize the campaigns a bunch, so I imagine there's a lot of room for varied gameplays, but it feels like a good mix. It feels both difficult and fun, and it feels like you really worked for it when you win. It has a bit of an issue of, like, the start is, like, really slow compared to the late game, and it really snowballs. I mean, you really, like, the first 1 to 2 hours of the game, you really are setting yourself up for later, and if you don't do it well, you're always clawing back. You're always just trying to come back from, like, major defeat. But, like, this game, I started out pretty terribly, and it ended up well. I mean, we wrecked everyone. Not sure when that change happened or how it turned around, but it was fun. It was fun, and I liked it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. But aside from that, I love you guys. I'm Moro. Like the video, subscribe if you're not, and I'll catch you guys next time.